What's going on YouTube? Majestic Lewis with you, and on today's video I'm bringing Mega Heracross. This is the team build. If you guys want to check it out, try it out for yourself and let me know in the comment section what you guys think of it. As the video goes on, I'll explain how the team operate, but let's jump in our first match of the day, guys. And the reason why I have Glimora and Kangaskhan in this team, I like to lead within two, but in this match I actually lead with the trick room. The team behind is actually setting up trick room for Heracross, so it can be on the trick room, and we're gonna see what they lead with. As I'm gonna leave Heracross or Ranguru, and then in the back we have Torkoal and Sylveon. Looks like they went with Galarian Slowking and Galay, and I'm like, well, they're gonna go for sure into my Heracross. They're gonna target it, get it out of the field as soon as they can. So that's why I was like, Slowking is gonna go for Psychic into it, and Galay is gonna go for either Psychic Cut or some type of move, you know, to knock my Heracross. So that's why I went the tech trick room, so I could have Heracross inside of it, and we can have something cooking. But Galay decide to retreat, and they bring Heracross. I thought about targeting that slot instead of doing the tech, which if I would've, it would've catch some hand coming in. But unfortunately I went to tech trick room and they reversed my trick room. I was like, that's a bummer, that's a shame, but it's okay. I'm like, I can at least target that slot, as if it came into the field, I'm assuming it wants to be in trick room mode. But I'm like, it's not gonna protect, it's just gonna, target my, either or my slot of the Pokemon. And I'm like, well, I can target it, see if I can do some damage to it with boys. But they decide to protect, and I'm like, I thought you want to be on the field, I thought you want to catch some hand, but nope. And I'm like, I can psych it, I should have split the damage, but they actually set trick room for myself. I was like, well, thank you, appreciate. Now that Heracross is inside of trick room, we are cooking. And I'm like, well, since Tyrantrum protect the previous turn, the only thing that can save it if it gets like a double protect. Slowking decide to withdraw as well, and here comes Ariados. When I see this Pokemon, I usually think that they're support more than anything, but we're over here throwing some rocks to Tyrantrum, and I'm like, how you like them rocks? Didn't like it whatsoever, but they went for some Psychic Fan. They took a chunk of my bug body, but I'm like, nope, you're going down with some more rocks to your face. Now Ariados is over there sitting cute, and I'm like, what can I do now? Now that we're inside of trick room, I haven't seen Ariados that often, and in my head I thought Ariados was actually faster than my Heracross. I was not thinking that it was actually slower, so that's why I was like, well, I can at least target either one of the slot. But that's the Psychic that I was talking about in the beginning. They knocked my Heracross, unfortunately, and it looks like this Ariados is more of an offensive Pokemon than support. It has some attack move, and I'm like, whoa, this got me by surprise. But I'm over here yawning to this Slowking. I'm like, yeah, can you take a nap for me, please? And like I said, I thought Ariados was more of a support Pokemon, than what they actually brought. And it's the reason why I sent Sylveon. I was like, well, they're not gonna target Sylveon, so I can go for Calm Mind. Like, yeah, that psychic ain't gonna do much to me, buddy. But they go for Cross Poison. I was like, yep, that's gonna do it. I was like, unfortunately, Sylveon went down, and I was like, oh, sorry, buddy, I didn't throw you in the field to get knocked out right away. That's unfortunately. I'm gonna go for payback. We do a good bit of damage, and I'm like, well, and at least we got the Spadef down, and Slowken went to sleep. I was like, you stayed on the field, now you're gonna go to sleep. You go night night. You go night night. Now that we have Torkoal, I'm like, an eruption looks pretty fun right now. Now that Galarian, Slowken is sleeping, I'm the slowest Pokemon in the field, and I'm like, go ahead and do some eruption. It looks like they're thinking what they want to do. I'm assuming they went for protect, but I was like, yeah, that's not gonna save you. And one was enough to get rid of Ariados. And I'm like, if we can do it again, we can get rid of Slowken, right? So I told Torkoal to do it again. We throw some lava to their face while they're sleeping. I don't think a crit mattered right there, but we got it anyway. We are waving our flag, saying, yeah, we did it. Now their last Pokemon is the Gallade. And I'm like, what I did in the previous turn was an eruption. I know for sure if they target Ranguru, they're not gonna do much. And I know Torkoal can at least take one attack. So I was like, eruption and weather ball, so I can at least do both of them as we go for instruct, doing what I did in the previous turn. As a Ranguru was actually faster than Torkoal being out of the trick room. Eruption hit them right on the face, and now I'm like, can you catch this ball? They catch it right on the face, and they go down. That's our first match of the day, guys. If you're liking the content so far, I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe, as we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate to have you for the journey. But let's go back to our second match. Now on this one, we actually are leading with Glimmora Kangaskhan, so we can show that lead. And it looks like they're going Basculegion, Lopunny. And I'm like, well, I believe if Basculegion is not choice card, I'm faster with Glimmora, and I can at least poison them if Lopunny doesn't decide to fake out Glimmora. But no, they decide to fake out Kangaskhan as we went for Mortal Spin. And I'm like, you guys are poisoned now. Now you're in a ticker time. And I'm like, slowly your health is gonna keep draining and draining. I still went for Wave Crash. And I'm like, they seriously want me out of the field. But we have a Focus Sash. And I was like, yep, how you like my 1 HP? As they took recoil, now they taking some of the poison. And I'm like, well, I can go for Spiky Shield. That turn right there, I was gonna switch my Kangaskhan, as if you're doing fake out last resort, it wouldn't do anything, as I didn't actually click fake out. I'm kind of stuck doing struggle, and I'm like, that was a misclick for me right there. as they went for swords dance. And I'm like, uh-oh. Now this little pony is getting dangerous. Swinging some swords in the sky. And we went for struggle. As you know, we don't have any other attack move. And we failed to do fake out. And I was like, well, I'm glad that my mistake paid off. As we did some good damage with the struggle. And I'm like, they're for sure gonna target my Kangaskhan and leave Glimora alone. I thought about Spiky Shield, but they went Aqua Jet. I was gonna do an attack to them, but I couldn't with Glimora. As it went down, being a 1 HP, and they went for Giga Impact. I'm like, oh, I did not see that coming. They got me out. And I'm like, now I'm down 2 Pokemon. As they're, poison, going down on their health. And I'm like, well, now we have Heracross and Oranguru in the field. We gotta make the best of it and see what we can get from this right now. As we're down 2 Pokemon and they still got 4. 2 of them are poison. But let's see. Now I'm trying to set up Trick Room. I'm like, I can go for the tech with Heracross, keeping it safe. I thought they were gonna target that slot with Basculegion, but no, they're trying to take a bite to my Oranguru. I knew Lopunny had to either switch or recharge, as they went for the Giga Impact, and that's a move that you have to like recharge. And we set up Trick Room. I was like, now that Heracross is inside of Trick Room, we're slower than they are. And I'm like, well, I can target either one of them slot. They're gonna go down regardless in the next turn with poison. But I'm like, I can't let them knock either one of my Pokemon or lower them on health. I gotta do something before this game gets out of my hand. We went for the Mega. We Psychic. I was like, yep, no more of you, Basculegion. You can protect as you should have. And we won Pin Missile. Not that it mattered. Well, it did matter because we needed to get it out of the field. Well, we only did it one time. We got it down. Now we're even. Now we are 2-2. I was like, yep, we even the score. What do you got for me? And they got Bit Drill. And Clefable. Now, in my head, I thought that this was gonna be Mega Big Drill, and Clefable was gonna be the support Pokemon. And the first time that I was like, well, I can yawn Clefable so it can go to sleep and it doesn't do much, and so I can deal with Big Drill. But no way, they went for Mega Clefable. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What are you doing? They went for follow me. As I click yawn. And their ability is Magic Bounce. And I'm like, why? I was not expecting this. They got me by surprise. We went for the Pin Missile. As we connect all 5, knocking it out of the field. I was like, how you like the missile? Now I'm like, Oranguru is gonna go to sleep on the next turn, which I'm glad that we avoid that dual Wimby. I was like, yes, Heracross, you are the GOAT, man. I'm like, well, now that we got lucky there and we survived that, we're gonna target you and you going down, buddy. A little Psyche on you, you live it with 11, but that's okay because what's coming, you're not gonna like it. You like them rock. But yeah, guys, thank you if you made it into this part of the video. I appreciate, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.